So over the past couple of days, there's been a few issues involving policy changes on YouTube, and someone by the name of Crowder and Mesa that had kind of been going at it back and forth. Didn't know either one of them until I saw the drama and kind of looked into it a little bit like everyone else. But one of the things I've been seeing on a lot of like posts and forums and Reddit and Facebook groups and all that stuff is like freedom of speech. And the bottom line is YouTube is a private company, so like governmental freedom of speech doesn't really have to apply to YouTube. I'll give some examples. Like if I make an argument, if Donald Trump, for instance, does something I don't like he signs in some new bill or something like that, and I don't like it and I speak up about it, or I write a blog post or post something in the newspaper and state my opinion just in a kind of constructive way, I can do that without facing any like legal consequences or prosecuting consequences of being arrested or anything like that. But in a lot of countries, if you were to do that, you're looking at being arrested and potentially even the death penalty just for speaking out about something. If Donald Trump's favorite food was, you know, Girl Scout cookies, they'll just make something up, and then he started like gain weight, and I say, you know, Donald Trump should probably lay off those Girl Scout cookies because he's starting to gain a little bit of weight. You can make those statements like here in America, but in other countries you can't. You know, like somewhere like North Korea, if you were to be like, wow, Kim Jong-un really likes such and such food and he's starting to become a big boy, I mean, they'll put you away, and you're even looking at the death penalty for just talking like that. But for private companies, it's different. You know, like let's say I was an employee at McDonald's and I expressed every flaw of somebody that came in. So I'm behind the counter, I'm an employee at McDonald's, and someone comes in wanting a hamburger, and I go, hey, welcome to McDonald's, wow, that's a big nose you got there, or wow, that's a crazy mole you have, or wow, should you really be inside here with your weight? You know, like if I'm saying things that are just like downright mean as customers are coming in, A, nobody wants that, and if you're the customer, you'd be pretty upset, and then B, you lose your job. And I could try to go to court and say, well, it's freedom of speech, I should be able to say what I want. The freedom of speech laws are kind of like legal kind of things. Like I lose my job for saying those things, but I'm gonna go to jail. You know, I'd have to find another job. So YouTube's a company, and they can kind of set the rules as they want. If they don't want people wearing black t-shirts, and they say, look, every video made after July of this year can't have black t-shirts, and they start demonetizing or something like that. They'll never do this, but let's just say they don't want any black shirts whatsoever. It's their company, they can do whatever they want, and it would be really stupid for them to do something like that. But if they say they don't want you mentioning the color brown or something like that, you know, it'd be like, wow, that's really weird, but okay. They've been pretty lenient about it, but I understand where they're coming from, and a lot of YouTubers have even said, even the big YouTuber PewDiePie has been in agreement with YouTube about harassment. And some YouTubers that don't even have videos, or only a few videos, but they've left like really threatening, mean comments, have been banned just for leaving comments on other people's videos. So they're just trying to clean it up and be more customer friendly and things like that. And you know, all these people right now, everyone's trying to make the quick dollar on YouTube, but if for whatever reason that advertisers find a lot of too much offensive stuff on YouTube, they're gonna pull out. And if YouTube doesn't regulate it, then how are you gonna make money as well, you know? Companies like Coca-Cola and some of the auto companies are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a day to advertise on YouTube, and a lot of that money is going into our pockets, as well, not mine because I don't meet the qualifications yet, but it's going into your pockets. So a lot of these people saying freedom of speech is gone, or they're trying to censor us or something like that, then there's two options. Is you can find somewhere else, another platform, kind of create your own platform. I think there's even certain applications in WordPress where you can make your own videos and not have to go through the YouTube system. But of course, YouTube has all the traffic, and if you did your own personal site, you can say whatever you want, but you may not get the traffic like YouTube. you know, so it's their playground, it's kind of their rules. You know, I mean, I know some parts suck. I thought it was really dumb that we can't say, like, shit or, you know, like, kind of like bad language like that. I always kind of thought that was dumb. But, like, downright harassing and threatening people, I kind of agree with them on that side. Legally, as like a written thing with the Congress or a written thing in the amendment is mainly government-wise, that, you know, we're not going to be beheaded or put to jail for saying what we think. YouTube has clearly stated that if you have an opinion about something, I upload a video right now saying, you know, the top 10 negative things about Trump, and it's totally fine. I'm within YouTube's grounds and I can express my opinion. But if I threaten him in any way, I leave a video that's saying I'm going to do something bad to him requiring violence, or I leak information that could essentially dox him, you know, they don't want that, you know. And I can agree with it on there. And I just honestly think they're trying to just kind of curb a negative influence uprise since the incident, the shooting that had happened in New Zealand. The guy that live streamed that on Facebook had kind of a crowd that was kind of pre-done that he did it for, and I think they're just trying to avoid that. They're trying to keep the influencers that are good and kind of positive and positive speaky kind of up top, and they're just worried about someone bad, you know, doing something, an influencer that tries to create violence or an uprising. They don't want that sort of thing. They want that, you know, down in the ditches. And I think people like Alex Jones was probably censored by the government. I heard there was a lot of things that weren't released where he was trying to entice violence, supposedly, trying to get people to do certain things in the community that required violence. Because when he was shut down from YouTube. I think Twitter let him fly for a while longer, but he was banned from YouTube, Apple, and Facebook all within like a 3-hour period. So this was definitely something that came down from like a government level. And there was a lot of rumors that what I heard is like someone snitched on him through emails, because he was sending a lot of emails to some sort of extreme people that would be willing to do bad things in his name for him or something like that. So I think they're just trying to avoid that. And I'm not on really the side of Crowder, because his content really isn't just for me, like a lot of people have stated. And then Vox Media, let's not even mention them. They've had their, I mean, they've gone after a lot of YouTubers. You know, they've had their share of bad things. So this whole argument thing with them is kind of weird. And then, of course, the policy happened, and when you looked at some of the commentator videos that talked about it, this has been in the works for a while. They just went ahead and pushed it a little bit early, around the same time all this happened. Just realize that a lot of these advertisers and stuff are kind of old-fashioned. You know, some of these companies that represent Coca-Cola and all that stuff, they're old-fashioned on doing things, and they will pull the plug. And if they do it, then, you know, you don't get paid. So you gotta kind of thank YouTube a little bit that they're sort of protecting us. I know drama and controversy always sells. I know, you know, things like sexual stuff and violence and all that stuff kind of draws eyes in and sells. And it's not what they want. They don't want their ads on there. And even if so, like some of my very first nasty videos I saw on the internet that, you know, kind of burn in your head were on YouTube and stuff like that. But we've all seen what happens where they threaten to pull out if something gets posted or something like that. So, you know, you gotta kind of take it how it is, because if the large advertisers do pull out again, you know, we don't get paid. So, and that's why a lot of these people are doing YouTube, is because they're all trying to make money on there, and YouTube is in a way trying to protect us, you know. You can have a really good entertaining channel and a lot of fun without having to really use foul language or trying to dox someone or something like that, or just being flat out mean or a hater or anything, you know. But I just want to express my opinion. I think a lot of people are confused from different things, where I've seen people on Reddit forums trying to take YouTube to court over freedom of speech, and it's like, it doesn't work like that. They're a company. They can kind of set the rules. If they don't want people wearing a certain color on their website and their platform, they can enforce those rules, and it's really kind of interesting. So it's I think people kind of take the freedom of speech a little bit out of context. If they don't want foul language, they don't want threatening stuff, things like that, they have every right to do that. And if you did express something that YouTube didn't like, just think of it this way: at least you're not going to go to jail, unless if you do something extremely bad. But you know, you call someone an offensive name, you know, they go, hey, we don't want you doing that, and they have every right to. But at the same time, saying that offensive name in public wouldn't really get you arrested or jailed or anything. Try to see the other side, that YouTube in some ways is trying to stick up for us. You know, they are trying to do the advertisers, and everyone's like corporate this, corporate that, and catering to the large corporate world. But when you go over the trending, yeah, there is a lot of those people, but there's also a lot of people that were small YouTubers just a couple years ago that are on that front page, and obviously they want stuff that's going to have the eyes, and the corporate and the large studios, you know, they have professional comedians that have been at it for a lot of years. They have all the high-end equipment that makes it look good, and you know, a good management team and stuff like that. And I know there's a little bit of unfairness, but to watch a beauty blogger with an old cell phone do an unboxing of a comb compared to, you know, a professional comedian doing some sort of thing or collab with someone or something like that, you got to kind of look at, like, what would you rather see? You know, this or would your eyes be more on the professional stuff? Like, I know it kind of sucks, but just realize if YouTube put on the trending tab just a lot of bad, I won't say bad content, but just content that people would be like, oh, that's cool, but kind of found boring, like probably this, you know, no one would watch. They need to capture people's eyes, the audience. And so, but it's not too late. I mean, like I said, you look at the trending page, yeah, there's a lot of big wigs, but there's also a lot of people that just a couple years ago were small, and they're up there, and you know, it just takes time and practice and stuff like that. So I just figure I'd give my 2 cents, and I think some people don't quite understand the whole freedom of speech thing. Like I said, it's YouTube's platform. If you don't like it, and for whatever reason you want to try to take them to court because they won't let you say a certain thing or something like that, the judge is going to say, well, you know, why don't you go somewhere else or create your own, you know, platform. You know, it's their site, their rules, you know. And I honestly believe they're trying to do good, you know, and they're trying to set certain rules to please the advertisers. And don't forget, that's how YouTubers get paid. That's how Logan Paul and all these people have these huge mansions, is because of the advertisers, and those are the goals you're trying to hit. So just wanted to kind of give a different point of view on it, but just realize things have changed. You know, it's no longer 2006, and you can just hold the camera like this and talk about your day, and it has, you know, 15 frames a second, and there's a really weird ringing in the background. And you're like, hey, so my mom just got out of the hospital today, and we're going to go grocery shopping, and that's it, and you get a lot of views. Those days are kind of gone. You got to kind of step the game up a bit. But we also have the technology available to be able to do it. So with your channel, just keep working hard and keep practicing on getting used to being in front of the camera, and work on quality, find what makes the best lighting kit that fits you, experience with some graphics and CGI, and have a little bit of fun, and you know, and try to see it as like a fun hobby type thing. But anyways, that's it. I'm going to cut it here, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.